Okay, in this class, I will discuss about problems on the quantum theory and the previous lectures all related informations. Okay, now we will see the first problem, that is calculate the energy associated with the photon of light having wavelength 6000 angstrom units. Here what we will understand from this one is they have given the lambda value. First we will notice what is the lambda value. That is lambda is equals to 6000 angstrom units. That can be converted into centimeters by writing, that is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 5. 6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters will come, because 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. We have h value they have already given in arc second, that's why we are taking this one centimeter. So h value how much given, that is 6.624 into 10 power minus 27 arc second they are given. Coming to the point here, what we have to know from this problem is we have to know the energy associated. We have to find the energy associated with that one. But already we have energy formula from the quantum theory, E is equals to h nu. In this we don't have any this lambda. So nu is equals to c by lambda. If you write it, then it will become modified as hc by lambda. So we can use this formula to find the answer. In this, c we don't know. So c is nothing but velocity of light. That can be taken in centimeter per second. That will be 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second. So we can take these values and we will substitute in this. Let us see, we will substitute. H value is 6.624 into 10 to the power of minus 27 arc second, and c value is 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second, and lambda value we have 6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters. Okay, so here arc, here centimeter per second. So arc second, centimeter per second, arc centimeter, and this is in centimeters. So we will get the answer in arcs only. Okay, so the final answer units will be arc. Upon simplification, what is the value? We will get 3.312 into 10 to the power of minus 12 arcs we will get as the answer for the simplification of this problem. So we have solved this problem by taking the information data given from the problem. Lambda they are given, h value they are given, and the constant, that is c value, we have substituted 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second to get this answer. So it's the answer for this problem. We'll move to the next problem. Now let us see the next problem, that is which has a higher energy, a photon of light with a wavelength 4000, violet light with a wavelength 4000 angstrom units, or a photon of red light with a 7000 angstrom units. They are given h value 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Okay, here they are given two different wavelengths of different lights, that is we have to take violet color, violet light, and we have to take red light. So if you take, this is lambda value, lambda 1 value. So lambda 1 value for violet light they are given is 4000 angstrom units. Like we discussed earlier, we can do the same energy calculation, that is 4000 means 4 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. So you can write this one is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meters. This is the lambda 1 value. As we know, the common constant value c is equals to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and h value is given constant. So we will find what is E1. E1 is equals to hc by lambda 1. Okay. So what is the substitution is? It is 6.62 into 6.62 they are given into 10 power minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second divided by lambda 1 value is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Upon simplification, this violet color energy came 4.96 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules came. So this is the violet color E1 value. Same thing we will do for the red light. What is the red light lambda value given? Lambda 2 we are assuming that is 7000 angstrom minutes. In the same way, if you do it, it will be 7 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meters, and C value is constant, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters, and I am taking the energy of red light is E2, that is formula I am writing as Hc by lambda 2. Now I am substituting these values like we did in the for the violet light, that is 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into C value, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by the lambda 2 value, we have 7 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meters. So finally, upon simplification, its E2 value I have got, that is 2.83 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Now you observe what you have identified here is there are two energy values. E2 I am taking as the red light energy, photon energy. Here E1 violet light energy calculated 4.9. That means the photon of violet light has greater energy than the photon of red light. That means E2. That means E1 is greater than E2. That is violet light energy is greater than the red light. That is the answer for this question. And without doing the problem also we can do in a shortcut manner. What is that? One is energy and wavelength, how they are related. That means energy and wavelength, they are inversely proportional. Whenever the lambda value is high value, energy value is low value. It indicates that lambda value of red light is a higher value. It means the energy of red light is lower than the energy of the other one. So lambda value of violet light they are given in the question is a small value. That means its value is small value. So energy of violet light definitely will be greater than this one. So red light energy is smaller than violet light. In this way also we can understand theoretical manner. Numerically you want to prove means you have to do calculation for the energies of both the lights, and you can prove that photon of light has violet light has higher energy than the photon of red light. This is one good problem on the quantum theory. So we'll go to the next one. Let us see the next problem. That is, what is the ratio between the energies of two radiations with one with wavelength 6000 angstrom minutes, other one with 2000 angstrom minutes. That means, like I said earlier, what is the relation between energy and wavelength? Inversely proportional. When we have taken the lambda 1 value as 6000 angstrom units and a lambda 2 value as 2000 angstrom units, what happens from this? If this is applied for the two radiations, then E1 will be directly proportional to 1 by lambda 1, or E1 proportional to inversely proportional to lambda 1. Similarly, what happens? E2 inversely proportional to lambda 2. Combining these two things, we can understand what is the ratio between the energies of two radiations. That means if you want to find the E1 by E2, that will become E equals to lambda 2 by lambda 1. Okay, that means what is lambda 2? Lambda 2 is equals to 2000 by lambda is equal 1 is equals to 6000 angstrom units. So it's a ratio, anyway units will get cancelled. So E1 by E2 has become 1 by 3. E1 divided by E2 has become 1 by 3, or you can write E1 is to E2 is equals to 1 is to 3. This is the answer. Or else if you want to do differently, that means E2 by E1 if you want to do, then what will be the answer for E2 by E1? E2 by E1 is equals to 3 by 1. The answer will come 6000 by 2000. You will get answer 3. That means the ratio will become E2 is to E1 is equals to 3 is to 1. Indirectly, how can we write this one is nothing but E2 which is equals to E2 which is equals to 3 into E1 also. Or else you want to write E1. E1 will become equals to E2 by 3. So these are the different kinds of relations they may ask in the examination. So anyway, it's a very simple problem, but in this problem we have to remember the relation between energy and wavelength. That is applied for the two radiations, and we can get the different kinds of the answers. But any answer you can write in the examination. That is E1 is to E2 you want 1 is to 3, E2 is to E1 you want 3 is to 1, or what is the E2 value, how many times the E1 value is equals to E2 value asked, means 3 into E1, how many times the E2 value is equals to E1 they asked, means you can write E2 is equals to 1 by 3 into E1 is equal to 1 by 3 into E2. So like that you can write this answer for this question. Now we will see the next problem, that is calculate the energy in kilocalories per mole of the photon of an electromagnetic radiation of wavelength 7600 angstrom units. Here per mole, this is also they have mentioned, and another one is kilocalories. Final answer, whatever the unit you got, that should be converted into kilocalories. And moving on to the point here, lambda value they are given in the question is lambda is equals to 7600 angstrom units they are given. As we all know that if you convert into centimeters, then it will become 7.6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters. Yes, it is very clear from it. And moving on to another one, C value, you need C value, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second. When they are telling about per mole, then you can take Avogadro number value also in the formula, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 photons. And H value, in Eric's value take, that is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 arc second we will take. So we have all these things. Now what we will do is we will find the energy formula per mole, how much, that is E is equals to Hc by lambda, and into we will take Avogadro number. By giving this meaning of this one is we are giving the answer the energy of 1 mole of photons. So after getting the Hc by lambda answer, we have to multiply with the Avogadro number. So let us substitute the values. H value is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27. C value is 3 into 10 to the power of 10. 3 into 10 to the power of 10. And N value is Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 divided by lambda value, that is 7.6 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters. But the final answer we will get in arc per mole, right? arc per mole. That is nothing but this all simplification I have calculated that I got answer is 15.71 into 10 to the power of 11 arc per mole. I got the answer. And here the answer need to be converted into kilocalories per mole. In this juncture, we need to understand one unit conversion, that is 1 kilocalorie is equals to 4.1885 into 10 to the power of 10 arcs. Okay, this has to be taken in this discussion. That means 1 arc is equals to how much? This entire division. That means 1 by this value you have to take. So then you can convert this value, that means 15.71 into 10 to the power of 11 divided by this 4.185 into 10 to the power of 10 if you take, then the answer will come in kilocalories per mole only, right? So upon simplification, I have got this answer which is equals to 37.538 kilocalories per mole. I got the answer approximately 37.54 we can consider. So this is the problem. In this problem we have taken this expression. First only we have taken this expression by giving the answer in arc per mole, and that arc per mole we are converted to kilocalories value, right? So this is the answer for this problem. In the board examinations we can do like this. And so many other shortcut values are there. If you have energy value in kilocalories, that you can take and you can do it also. But this is the first method as per the board we can do like this to secure the marks, full marks in the exam. So this is the answer for this problem. Now in front of us there is another important problem is there, that is a bulb emits light of wavelength lambda is equals to 4500 angstrom units, and the bulb is rated as 150 watt and 8% of the energy, means efficiency. How many photons are emitted by the bulb per second? Here one thing we have to remember, they are given 150 watt and 8%. What is the meaning of this one is, energy emitted per second by bulb is how much? Energy emitted by the bulb per second, they are indirectly given as 150 watts into 8 by 100. Percentage it is 88% in this. This is in joules is there. That is the meaning of this one. Joule per second. Okay. So this value is energy, and using this value we can find the number of photons. So let it be. Now we will take the lambda value. How much they are given? That is 4000. They are given the lambda value, that is 4500 angstrom units. You can convert that one into meters. That is 4500 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. And remaining all common, that is lambda value we know, that C value we will take, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and H value we will take, that is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second we will take. Using this information we will find the energy, that is energy of 1 photon. So what is the energy of 1 photon? Energy of 1 photon. The formula we know, that is E is equals to Hc by lambda. So in this if we substitute, then it will be 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into C value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second divided by lambda value is 4500 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. Here upon simplification I have got the answer is 4.42 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Minus 19 joules I got. That means one photon energy is how much? This is the value. But here, first from this 150 watt 8%, we have calculated that energy emitted per second by bulb. Okay, that means if you consider the number of photons is n, means nhc by lambda is equal to that value. So let n is the number of photons. Number of photons. Then what is the energy formula? That is nhc by lambda. Okay, that is the value actually which is equal to the value given in the problem. So if you consider n is the number of photons be evolved per second, then per second what is the value we have already given? We have to equate that one with this one. That is 150 into 8 by 100 joules. So this is also in joules. So the n into the calculated value we have with this lambda, that is 4.42 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules, which is equal to this value. So that is 150 into 8 by 100. Upon simplification, I have got this n value which is equals to 2.72 into 10 to the power of 18. Okay, you can check the calculation also. But here what we understand is they are giving the bulb rate, that means energy emitted, and the bulb emits light of wavelength. This is the value. The bulb rated as 150 watt bulb with 8% of energy is emitted as light. In such a case, using this lambda, we have to find the energy of one photon, and energy of n photons should be equal to this energy which is given in the problem. So the bulb energy rate value they are given in watts with percentage. If you get the value, then you can equate both these things to find the n value. So this is the problem which is the most important problem in the competitive examination. Even the board examination also, you can now see this type of models in the CBSE board examinations. Okay, so we can, I hope you understand the step by step. First we have to prepare the data information, required information, then after we have to understand the problem given, what is the aim of the problem, and finally the aim of the problem is to find the number of photons emitted by the bulb per second. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, let us see the next one. A near ultraviolet photon of 300 nanometers is absorbed by a gas and then re-emitted as two photons. One photon is a red wavelength of 760 nanometers, and what would be the wave number of the second photon? So they are not asking the lambda, they are asking the wave number of the second one. Here we need to understand one thing, that how much energy absorbed. So how that is converted, that means that is re-emitted. How many types of photon? Two photons. So this is the two photons energy total will be absorbed amount of energy. You can write energy absorbed is equals to sum of the two quanta. That means, that is a hint they are given, that is energy absorbed, which is equals to the sum of the two quanta. That is plural we are using because they are given two photons. Sum of the energies of photons, red wavelength and another second wavelength. Okay, so that values, that energies we have to calculate, but here energy calculation they are not given. They have asked the what would be the wave number of the second photon. First photon is red wavelength, red one. The second one we don't know. For that we have to calculate. Usually what is the energy formula? Hc by lambda. that is common for everything. So then that HC by lambda, in that lambda value absorbed is how much? 300. So we will take the 300, nanometers converted into meters will be 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. That is equals to, actually it is HC. So that is common for everything, we can cancel it. First photon is lambda value 760. So it is HC by 716 to 10 to the power of minus 9 plus HC of the second one. The lambda of the second one we don't know. That we will take it as lambda into 10 to the power of minus 9. That means why we are taking like this is, if you find the answer, the lambda will become equals to nanometers. But we are not going to find the lambda. We have to find the wave number only. That means 1 by lambda answer only you have to calculate. So here from this discussion the HC will get cancelled and we have to know this value, that is 1 by lambda into 10 to the power of 9. 10 to the power of minus 9 also will get cancelled. So 1 by lambda is equals to, actually it is nu bar, which is equals to C. If you send this one this side, then it will become 1 by 300 minus 1 by 760. This is the thing only. Got it? Now, the 1 by lambda or mu bar value from this one, upon simplification, I have got the value is equals to 2.02 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter inverse. So this is the answer for this question. This is minus 3. So here there is an interesting problem in this. They have given one thing that some energy is absorbed and the energy is re-emitted into 2 photons. One photon with 760 nanometers. The other photon wavelength they are not asking, they are asking the wave number. So if you want the wave length, then you can find the wavelength directly from this one only. So the lambda is equals to 1 by this value. Then you will get the lambda value easily from this one. So this problem is an interesting problem based on the energy discussion. Okay. So we will see the next one. Let us see the next problem, most interesting problem, that is calculate the wavelength of a spectral line when the electron in hydrogen atom undergoes a transition from energy level 4 to energy level 2. That means we have energy level 2 is there, n value is 2 is there, but that is coming from 4. That means electronic transition happened. So this spectral line lambda value we have to find. Usually when it is falling onto the N2 level from the N4th level, definitely from Rydberg equation the line belongs to Balmer series. So according to Rydberg equation, what is the formula we have? According to Rydberg's equation, what is the formula to calculate the wave number or wavelength? That is 1 by lambda. Nu bar is equals to 1 by lambda. That is equals to R into 1 by, here N1 value is 2. So 1 by 2 square minus N2 value is 4. That is 1 by 4 square. So here what will happen? That means the LCM will become 16. That and all we know, that is 16. 3R by 16 is the lambda value. That's what we have discussed in the last session also. From this we can find lambda. What is lambda? That is 16 by 3R. 3R. But we know R value. The R value is 109,678 centimeter inverse. So if we substitute that one in this one, this is 1 by 16 into 3 into 1.09678. So how many numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have taken 5, that is 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters. Okay. So upon simplification, what I got the value, that is 486 nanometers. That means 486 nanometers I have got as the answer for this one after solving this, because I have converted the centimeters into nanometers. Then I got the answer 486 for this problem. In this problem, the aim of the problem is wavelength of the spectral line. That wavelength of the spectral line we got 486 upon simplification. So here we have observed the hydrogen spectrum related problem also in this method, model problem. Hope you have understand these problems I have discussed in this session, dear students. We will have a most long session in the next level regarding the objectives also on this discussion problems, and we will consider, will conclude, will continue with the theory concepts of Bohr theory after that session. Until, have a nice day. Share my video to all the students, those who are studying in different schools and colleges. Let them note down the problems and take the feedback and ask them to subscribe my channel. Until, have a nice day. So this is the end of the class. We will see in the next session. Thank you.